It was created by an act of Parliament, and now it's a private business that is aiming for the sky.
And we mean that literally. Telesat has been connecting Canadians with the power of satellite technology for over 3 decades now.
And tonight, we take you to mission control on Inside Ottawa.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, décollage.
The thunder of an Ariane rocket blasting through the skies of French Guiana. Riding up top, the world's biggest commercial communications satellite. Telesat Canada launches satellites like Anik F2 in far-off spaceports. But once in place, in space, these birds get their flying orders from Ottawa.
Here in the Telesat Satellite Control Center, we're currently operating 9 satellites, 5 for Telesat, and we're operating 4 for customers of ours. So we're watching telemetry coming in from our satellites at all times. Then, of course, we do commanding to keep our satellites where they need to be, and finally ranging so that we always know where our satellites are at all times.
The Satellite Control Center has 16 controllers working shifts 24/7. They're not just monitoring data either. They're maneuvering the satellites in real time.
2, 1, starting maneuver. Basically the same thing as an aircraft, you know, like pitch, roll, and yaw. Like that's the way we monitor the spacecraft in order to keep the antennas pointing at the Earth, so that you can receive your satellite signal for your home.
All command and control functions for the $1.5 billion U.S. Telesat fleet come from this room, and there's very good reason why I'm keeping my fingers well away from all the buttons. You see, contrary to popular belief, communications satellites orbit the Earth over 35,000 kilometers up, well beyond the reach of, say, the space shuttle, which means that if anything goes wrong, you can't just hire NASA to go pick up the hardware. And that means that you have to get everything right the first time and every time.
You know, always watching, always careful. We fly remote control, so it's important to get it right the first time. Absolutely.
There's also an element of traffic control involved, owing to the increasingly busy skies over Earth.
You can see how crowded it is out there, particularly over North America, Europe, and Asia. Maybe about 350 to 400 satellites altogether in the geostationary arc, and hundreds and hundreds more in the low Earth orbiters.
But while part of Telesat mines the space fleet, another part is dealing with matters at home. The company provides everything from two-way video conferencing to direct-to-home video, with consumer satellite internet just a month or so away.
We've over the years been able to provide television services and direct-to-home. The next wave is direct-to-home internet services. So the Ka-band satellite, just Anik F2, Telesat's newest satellite, just enables us to get that service into a small dish.
But Telesat is also in the business of telemedicine, telebusiness, and teleeducation, part of its original mission to link remote communities to the Canadian mainstream.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of communities across Canada today that don't have access to broadband, like 2,000 or 3,000 of them. So this can work in any communities across Canada.
Telesat's interest in high-quality satellite signals goes beyond the home, the office, and the hospital. There's also the theater. In fact, this rather plush screening room is part of Telesat's R&D facility, where one future direction is beaming high-quality, high-definition films to theaters here on Earth with a bird up in the sky.
We can use satellite in terms of the delivery of it, because if you think of it, theaters spread across the country or spread across North America. With one satellite feed from Telesat, we can hit all of them.
Powering this future business is a workforce of 320 here in the capital, and not exactly what you'd call transient labor.
The average stay is 13 years for employees and 16 years for managers.
Perks like 2 in-house gyms and Taekwondo classes might be part of the reason, but for some, looking up is what keeps their feet on the ground.
Tomorrow I'll be controlling Anik F2, which is going to be different software to control it. You know, something new every day, so it's really a lot of fun, actually.
And next week on Inside Ottawa, we get a little animated. Ocnus Productions is home to Canadian cartoon favorites like Bits and Pieces and Kevin Spencer. And next week, we'll take you there on News 6 Ottawa at 6.